All right, for today's lesson, we're going to build upon the knowledge of what we learned about last week, and we're going to be solving some equations by using inverse or opposite operations. Now, you did this a bit last week, and last week we did this by using addition and subtraction. So, as a reminder, when we talk about using inverse operations, we are talking about those opposite operations. And last week we were reminded that addition and subtraction are inverse operations. This week we are going to do some more work knowing that multiplication and division are also inverse operations. So last week we saw some examples like the two you see up top here. Solving these equations for the variable to find out what it equals. So as a reminder for the top one, if we had to solve for w, when w plus 4 equals 11, now this might be something maybe you could easily figure out in your head using your mental math skills, but as a reminder to solve it as an equation, we know that the opposite of this addition here would be subtracting 4. So we can do that from both sides. This cancels out, so w would equal 11 minus 4 is 7. So for the first equation, we know how to solve that when we're using addition in the equation, we solve it using that inverse operation of subtraction. On the second one there, we know that because we see subtraction being used in the equation, we would use the inverse operation, which is addition, to solve it. So if w minus 4 equals 11, we use the inverse operation of addition on both sides of the equal sign to solve it. And we know that w then would equal 11 plus 4 is 15. So w equals 15. Now today we are going to learn how to use the inverse operation of multiplication to solve for equations when it uses division. So go ahead and click to the next slide to see our first example.